use either save point, and we're off.
So 20 rubes and 3 bombs.
Yeah, Sanctuary has 3 bombs. That makes the Kakariko routing a bit easier. 3 crystals today in the Light World, one of which is a 5/6 crystal in Desert. So that's good. Should hopefully prove to be a decently easy seed then.
Very much so. As Marty and Gamachu making their way over to the Uncle and secret location.
The tier, I think it's the tier 1 triple J is 5 rupees. Not exactly exciting, but runners will pick it up a bit. Bushcrat 20 rupees.
It's picking up 20 rupees. Uncle giving out 20 rubes, as well as that chest being 10 arrows.
There is a mirror in the Lost Woods.
A good start. And a heart container on Lumberjack.
I did not catch what was in the Thieves' Hideout, but we're gonna see that there shortly from Rudolph here.
I do believe it was nothing of use.
Nothing.
Yeah, well, the bombs are there, but it's still helpful.
I mean, we'll make Kakariko running even easier, so we don't have to actually buy a pack of 10 bombs to go for all of Kakariko.
Yeah. And we start off with Quaking Blind's Hut.
So far, lots of big 20s as well, which does not bode well.
More pack of bombs.
Yeah, so Blind's Hut, only Quake, otherwise empty.
Okay, I want you to pick up their mirror.
It's so rare I get to see the mirror block glitch in Blind's Hut. It's always nice. Somewhere bombs in the well.
Doesn't save a lot of time, but it's nice to have it there. It's nice to do it.
Yeah.
And the well not bringing up too much of importance other than just some hearts.
Yeah, so far, the early checks have not paid off all that much. Like, the mirror is the only truly useful item we've got so far. Quake is still, out for the count.
Yeah, Chicken Hut only getting up 10 arrows, so nothing useful at the start of the game.
Yeah, we still have back to the tavern to go, and maybe the library or the race can have something useful for us, but then... No, just 50 rupees in the tavern. Stealing the contents of the cash register there. And we have a question, how many runners we have? 37.
Library only 10 arrows.
And last but not least, we'll see what the race game has for us. Looks like Aspion is gambling on it having something because the rest of Kakariko was barren.
The only thing that was useful, I guess, would be the Quake, but then again, it's still up in the air in terms of how useful that could be.
And as long as we don't have a sword, we can't even use the Quake Medallion. But Water Dose!
Oh. No. Just
Dose.
no. No. Just no. But those were flippers on the race game.
Yep. So that will make the flipper checks upon completing the Ice Shore Cave a lot easier for the standard South Shore routing.
And of course, the fact that you have that mirror in hand early in the game, you erase those blocks and get 2 items without having to reset the room.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's always comfy. Do not have to go back in. Oh, looky here. You think that would be unusable? You know, drowning in water.
I mean, it's probably probably filled with magic, so it's can't be soaked in water. I don't know. Like, think about it. You read the book, use the book to get the tablets, and that's like magic.
I mean, isn't it just used to read the inscriptions on the tablets, basically?
If you have a sword, then it's more magic.
I don't know.
Oh, that's getting some Mario.
Yeah, that's actually a useful item. Not right now because you can't really use it on anything, but it's good to have. And,
oh yeah, of course.
Espeon wanted to grab that 20 rupee drop there from one of those mini Mogrums, but did not manage to grab it. And we're gonna see a walk over to what looks like Sahasrara's closet.
Yeah, over on Rudolph Fahrenheit's side, and there was only a piece of hearts on top of Lake Kylie Island. As Espeon is going to be doing their water checks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Rudolph also has checked Ho already, so it's going to leave the Zora area for now.
Mm-hmm. That was only a heart piece, or heart container, rather.
Alright, let's see if Rudolph asks Sahasrara where the green pendant is going to be.
Well, both gloves inside Sahasrara's closet.
I've never seen both gloves in Sahasrara's closet. I've seen both gloves in Mini Molren Cave, but in 2 out of 3 chests, that's pretty good.
And with that, Rudolph's making a break for the back of Escape.
Makes sense. That's very fast check of 3 items. If they find the key and the lamp there, might even go for the Dark Cross. Well, there's the key, but only a shield.
Yeah. Damage Rudolph picking up his cans to Mario.
Rudolph taking a second there to think about where to go next.
And now Espeon's making their way over to the Uncle area. I don't know if he wants to go over back into the front of Escape or what.
Since question is coming up in chat, the daily races happen from Monday to Saturday at 2 p.m. and 9 p.m. The Sunday race is a weekly race that happens at 5:30 p.m.
Although to be fair, the Saturday doesn't really there's not really a Saturday daily. Most of it's Monday through Friday. But Rudolph is going to be doing a sequence break over to Death Mountain.
Yeah. And Gamachu is going to give us the Zora area. Oh no, it's just swimming to Ice Shore Cave, my bad.
Yeah, that makes sense to route it right there, as Espeon makes the dive down into the Escape.
Yeah, Gamachu does have Zora money though, so might opt to make that check since the other 2 that have done the flipper checks have not had enough money to go to Zora, which is probably why they put off the area just yet.
And what do you know? There's a sword inside the Escape.
A pointy stick. made of cheap plastic.
Those were the good days. We were kids. We all liked that.
So there's a whole, yeah. So Espeon and Rudolph skipping out on Zora area for lack of money. They would have had enough money after finding those 300 rupees in one of the waterfall chests there.
Now, over on Rudolph's side, we did find that there was 10 arrows on the old man and blue mail on top of Spectacle Rock and 20 rupees inside of it.
And in Espeon's case, we found that the blue guard chest, the second one, had the bug net.
I'm already now checking Zora. And a lot of love for Zora here.
Yeah, so the whole Zora area basically a bust.
Yeah, there was only 20 rubes on top, or on the Zora ledge.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and just a bunch of cash in the waterfall fairy cave as well. So, yeah, the gloves and mitts both were in Southwell's closet chat. That's why we got them instantaneously. So Espeon making the play into the Dark Cross.
Well, interestingly enough, Rudolph going for the Tower Herrick play, even though he does not have a sword from that escape.
Yeah, couldn't even fight Molworm if he wanted to. He has to use bombs to press the crystal switches, which is a pain in the rear end.
I mean, well, Espeon, it looks like he's also... I don't know if he's doing the Dark... It looks like he's doing the Dark Cross right now.
And we saw on the desert ledge here a blue goo, which will open the sick kit check. So far, the seed has been really bizarrely stingy. Let's see what the lobby hint says. I bet you'd like to have more bombs. Well, if I was Rudolph, I probably would.
And with that... oh my god.
Wow. Okay.
Thanks, game. Thanks, game. Was that, though, Tower Hera is Firelots. Although Rudolph doesn't realize that is the case.
Mm-hmm. And the eastern wing of Desert Palace is Bootslock. So I don't think we've picked up the big key just yet. Yeah, I don't think Rudolph realizes that they need the big key. Now they realize it.
Yeah.
So Agina only had a piece of heart for us.
Yeah, Mary picking up that blue goo.
Yeah, it's I mean, what else can we do now? We could make a dip into Eastern Palace. I don't think any of the runners will want to do that until like it's one of the last options, and of course Sick Kid with the bottle we just got.
Now, the only possible thing I can imagine is if they went into Eastern and probably picked up a hammer, that would enable the rest of Death Mountain.
I mean, it would still be out of logic because we have neither a flute nor a lamp.
Exactly, but it would be a big out of logic check if they decide to go that way. But
that said, if they find a lamp in Eastern, it would be in logic, as would be Tower of Hera.
Right.
And Desert as well, at least the back part. Well, actually, no. We would still need the big key.
Yeah, and that is boots lock too. So we'll have to get those boots somewhere.
Yeah, boots being a required item today, as Desert is a crystal. Already making the play into the front of Escape. we'll pick up their sword and bugnet.
A bugnet always nice to have if you really want some safeties.
Yeah, we even have a bottle to keep the fairy in as well. Yeah, it was the compass in the central chest there. See if Gamaju gives us a hostile chat after picking up those gloves. Looks like it. Nope. The bait and switch twice even. Chat coming up in chat making a question here. Do they have to get all the items and finish the game, or just the optimal? They have to get all the items they need to beat the game, which means all the items required to beat the crystal dungeons, and all the items required to beat Ganon's Tower. So, for the say for Eastern Palace, we would need the bow, and well, logically a lamp, technically a lamp. But if you can do the dark rooms, you don't need a lamp.
Yeah, it's mainly the logic tells us what items you really need to get through in order to get through each dungeon and through the rest of the game.
Yeah, and of course, if there dependent dungeons might not be needed, since we do not have to hold the Master Sword pedestal. As such, all the items that would lock away progression through a pendant dungeon might not be needed. So we can skip those.
Yeah, unless there is a required item that is on the pedestal, that would mean you would have to do those pendant dungeons. You have to clear them no matter what.
And we finally get somebody talking with Sasoro to tell us where the green pendant is. It is today in pod. The pendant pod, there's gotta be something in there, of course.
I mean, it's also nice if you want to decide to clear it for whatever reason, just pull up just to see what is on Sasoro.
And it looks like Eastern Palace is the play. Sicket only had a stash of rupees, and Aspion, as thanks for it, drops a bomb on Sicket's bed.
Baka. That's all I gotta say, Baka. I mean, Espion sprites Cerno, that makes a bit more sense.
I mean, I imagine Espion will be happy to have routed decently well here to get to Sasua and dip into Eastern in one go. That said, Marty is ahead, so Marty already is in Eastern. There's the big key in the first chest.
Always has a C.
Yeah, early East. Oh, Espion opts not to go into Eastern.
Curious.
Well, actually, probably do backup escape, maybe?
That makes more sense if he decides to do backup escape, because he also did Dark Cross.
Mm-hmm. So on we go. Gonna have to keep our eyes on Marty here because they are the one person doing what seems to be the right play.
Now, it's also possible that we might also find either find a Master Sword or a lamp that would put Aga into logic.
Well, we technically need both of them for Aga, so...
Well, there's a Moon Pearl there.
That means we can access the western side of...
Oh!
Left Side Swamp.
Something.
Yeah, Left Side Swamp has a sword upgrade and a unique item. Of course, a unique item could be a fetch quest or, single arrow, but it could also be something we need.
Yeah, single arrow is always nice to find because I mean, it's a troll item, but because the sole reason because it is a unique item, it removes it from the pool, so you're pretty much guaranteed better items. Well, not guaranteed, higher chance of better items.
There's also the fact that now that we have the mirror, the flute, not the flute, the flippers. I mean, sorry, the mitts and the moon pearl, we can go into Swamp Palace. We have to take the long route through Village of Outcasts and then taking the south route to get to the swamp area, but we can go inside. So.
Mm-hmm. But actually, right there, that was our Dark World access due to the fact that we got those mitts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, card pieces. That last item. I think there is one more item on Armos. Yeah, one more item on Armos because we found the map and the compass. So
yeah, it's a lot easy. Earspell is a lot easy to route because it's a pretty easy dungeon to go through.
I mean, we'll have to do it anyway because it's a crystal dungeon, and this is obviously a required double deck. So the next question here, they're all using the same seed, so the same like randomized code basically.
The only thing that was different, the only thing that could be used for different seeds was if you play a multi-world, for example. Multi-world being that all items for every player being in different locations based on what player who has what, and they get all the items from there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the only thing that's randomized between the runners is boss patterns, and here we get a map check. So our second 5/6 crystal is in Ice Palace, and our other two pendants are on Turtle Rock and Misery Maya. That is actually a pretty bad layout for pendants.
Yeah, unfortunately, if they find out that they have to get something off the pad, that is going to be quite a nightmare. I mean, sure, you don't have to get a lot of the. Make sure you're not required to get all of the any of the medallions, but considering that there's that looming possibility that there's an item on top on the pad, if at all possible, yeah, that's gonna be a problem.
Yeah, the fact, as Chet points out actually rightly, given the fact we got an early King of Somaria and early mids as well, Yeah, I'm not saying it's a pet seed. I'm saying that like if we need to dip these pendant dungeons, it's on point because and like early King of Somaria is I would say a decently strong hint at one of them being required.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, it's in the very very dangerous possibility that it is. It's not like I'm saying it is a pet.
And Espeon is skipping out on Skullwoods while Marty is going through it. I don't think Marty has found anything of note here so far.
Yeah, and there's nothing so far, but there was 10 arrows inside the chess game as Espeon makes a dive into Village of Outcast.
Yeah, we found a map and a bunch of small keys, as far as I can tell, in Skullwoods.
Well, with that, Marty leaves Skullwoods, still looking for that fire rod, but now he's going to be checking Bumper Cave. That makes it's a nice logical sense to go check that right after Skull.
Yeah, I imagine that Marty is also gonna do the Graveyard Ledge here. Ooh, has to be careful here. Yeah, those Dark World enemies, especially the Murder Dactyls, do a ton of damage.
Yeah, and only 20 rupees on top of the bumper cave. And now Marty's going to be doing the next first location that is Graveyard Ledge.
Mm-hmm.
Well, SBN's SBN's doing the digging game, getting a magic stack out of it.
Magic powder. And more rupees in the Graveyard Cave. See here, is Espion gonna pick up the Smith here?
Yep, that's what he's gonna be doing.
Yeah, that does mean that Espion is going to be isolating the hammer packs here, unless they leave the purple chest behind, which does look like it because we don't have the hammer, we're going to be abandoning that portal.
That is true, and Espion makes a magic bat check for only 5 rupees.
Mm-hmm. As usual, the magic bat not being very helpful. Let's see what the Smiths have for us today. And so far, this has been a really weirdly stingy seed as well.
Oh.
Well then, Fletcher's.
Yep, that's what I was about to say. Fletchery.
That is that definitely means that Eastern Palace was absolutely required double dip.
Yeah, typically you double dip Eastern Palace in the early game. But it's not like have you really decided to put them off. You don't have to double dip it, but it's but yeah, there's that possibility. It's often that people double dip. I believe that was a hook shot.
Yep, Marty finding hook shot here in the first chest of Thieves Town. If Espion dives this dungeon right now, we'll also get it. Opening it up, so. But not picking it up. I guess. Oh, they're doing Sea House. So that's one of the 2 items here in Thieves Town. We're going to be guaranteed finding a big key in one of these other 2 chests here. And that's at Hammerless. I'm not sure about that, Marty. You really want to use your potion here for Hammerless Thieves Town? That's the big key. Using the potion. And the small key. Ooh, with compass already found, that means that it's very likely there's going to be an item in the big chest, which we cannot access yet. The vote was on the Smith's chat. And yeah, so Marty gonna go to the back of Thieves Town here, while Espion, after doing the just doing the front here, and then continuing on their other Dark World checks. Unique item is in the Sage's Plus. Thanks, game.
Well, there was I got 2 unique items, mind you.
I mean, yeah, but you already had to have those to get here in the first place, so.
Right, exactly.
So we're gonna see.
Yeah, K45 action.
Yeah, K45 Stumpy here by Espen, there's a second shield here in the attic of Thieves Town. Ooh, gotta be careful there, Marty. Those lizard things hurt a lot.
And there is another bottle, and that looks like it was a bee in it. So, yeah. No, the lizards are actually not too bad if you consider the fact that they go in a clockwise motion. So, typically you want to go straight across.
I mean, I know, but if you still get damaged by it, they hit like a truck. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, of course. 2 hearts of damage is pretty painful.
Yeah. And purple chest, just some money. Looks like Espion is, excuse me, gonna do Hype Cave. Oh,
not for the Bombo Tablet, yeah.
Yeah, first the Bombo Tablet, and then probably mirror back to Hype Cave, and maybe Swamp Dip as well.
Just some a little piece of love.
Yeah, some bombs in the Maiden's chest, which means it's gonna be a 50-50. If Blind has the map, then there's an item in the big chest. If Blind doesn't have anything else but the map, then there's the map in the big chest.
Yeah. And it would have to be Hammerlock, so that if they're doing their last locationing, they have to go and get that hammer and see if where their gun mode item is, but it really depends. Well, Marty enters the blind fight.
Yeah, and we're gonna see at least the Swamp Palace hint here.
Swamp and Shops in Turtle Rock. Oh boy.
That means another sword. We know where 3 swords are at this point. The one we found, one in Left Side Swamp and one in Turtle Rock, so that's good.
Bad news. They have to go through Turtle Rock in order to get that sword.
I mean, it's a pen in Turtle Rock. We're gonna have to go in there anyway, right?
Oh, of course, yeah. But Marty taking the death, that's unfortunate because he has to do the whole flight blind.
Opts to just skip it for now and do other checks first. Come back when better equipped for this fight.
Yeah, and Hype K pulling up nothing but hearts and a lot of money.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Swamp Palace is the play. We can get in there. We can do the front off, including left side. Oh, actually, we can't. We don't have the hammer. I totally forgot about that.
That is true. Yeah, we'll need that hammer for that area. So
yeah, we can only do one chest in Swamp Palace that has an item in it. But Espion is taking the swimming route here to Palace of Darkness. That's a route you rarely see in.
Yeah, it's more of a scenic route than anything.
Yeah, with Flippers and Hookshot, we can go through basically most, if not all, of the Dark World here. We also could sequence break up to Dark Death Mountain if we wanted to.
That is true.
Yeah, we're still missing a hammer, chat. So our first dip into pod here on Espion's side. This might be the play.
Yeah, with a good chunk of items and like six keys and plenty of items to deal.
Yeah, but Espion, since Eastern Palace is a crystal, might as well grab that first and also get the item off of Ramos.
Yeah, that makes sense. I like this play.
Could Bay, for instance, the lamp, and then the dark rooms are a lot easier to clear.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that second Eastern Palace one is a little bit tricky because you got to shoot an arrow at the little eye guys, whatever.
The mimics.
The mimics, yeah, they're those.
Oh no, the Igors.
Yeah,
the Igors. Sorry.
Yeah, the Igors. Yeah, that's more clear.
I heard instead of eye guys, I heard shy guys and thought of Link's Awakening, where the mimics are shy guys. So sorry.
No, they're not. No, they're not shy guys.
I mean, they are standing there with their eye closed and are get all flustered when you get close to them. So they are pretty shy guys.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna have to stop right there.
So Espeon going through the dark room here. This is a bit tricky, having to hit the Igor in the dark with an arrow, or killing it with other attacks. You can line it up, but it's a bit hard, I feel. Yeah, and Espeon is taking a drop into the torch and picking up a fairy to refill and reset here.
Yeah, you rarely see this, but it's nice for safeties.
Yeah. Yeah.
And like I said, that second dark room in Eastern Palace is a little bit tricky because of all the enemies that are there. Yeah.
Yeah, and but Espeon gets through it. Of course, once you kill an enemy, if you go back out and come back into this room, they're gonna be dead unless you mirror out. So you can clear the Popos out, and then you can reset the room, and then the Igor will stay where it is.
Mm-hmm. And we're taking a death in Thieves Town. Opting to keep going.
So let's see what the Armos Knights had for us today.
Yeah, Espeon setting up for the quick kill.
Just some blueberries. Also, I would like to point out that Espeon has 666 rupees and 6 bombs.
Oh no! Oh no! Either way, Espeon grabs the first crystal of the seed, moving right along.
Yeah, Espeon drawing first blood here, and the first boss overall as well in the seed so far. And that's like 37 minutes in too. That's crazy late if you think about it. Like,
oh yeah, first blood on that late is pretty.
And we're gonna go into pod here. Whether it's bow locked or not, Espeon is not gonna care because they have the bow. It is not.
Hold on a second. We might. Yeah, we still have to check that second chest. And if it's not a key, then it will definitely be bow locked.
I mean, it's not like Espeon cares if it's bow locked or not, because they do have the bow, you know. But yeah, let's see here what the pot hint is today. A piece of heart in Hive Cave. Thanks, game.
A bit of a correction here. Gamma did beat Blind first, so technically speaking, he drew first blood a little bit later, a little bit earlier on.
Oh, I did not catch that. Did Blind have an item? Or did Blind have the map? I didn't see that.
It was the map.
It was the map. So there is an item in. There is an item in the big chest then, and the runners who do kill Blind are gonna be abandoning that check.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying that they're probably going to be missing out. They're going to be skipping on that chest until their eventually last location and everything.
Yeah. Marty and Espeon like opted. I think they just do the front and then mirrored out, and Marty opted to not bother with Blind after dying on him. So still has to get the maiden. Actually, no, he doesn't have to get the maiden back. He already carried Blind up. So, but still would have to kill Blind anyway. So still 2 item checks to make and the crystal to get. Key for a key here. Yeah, so the front part of pod has to have at least 4 small keys. If you find 2 items, it can be item drops or dungeon items that are not small keys. Then, since there are 6 locations, then okay, the rest of the front part is keys.
Yeah, that is correct. And with that second chest that normally some runners would take, that leaves pod not bow locked if you're taking that route.
There's the big key. And the dark hallway here.
This is one of the more tamer dark rooms, if anything.
Yeah. You have the empty fairies to guide you, and the rupee counter going up, so not too bad. In the future version V31, they're gonna have that is gonna be in logic to have the lamp as well. If you have to fire out. Well, there's a float here in Harmless Hellway.
Nice.
Gonna hear some kazoo tunes soon.
So with that brings Death Mountain into logic. Going over to the Mire area, check Mire's shed, check checkerboard.
Yeah, we can do the Mire area. We can do Dark Death Mountain as well. Since Espion does have the mitts, the hookshot, and the moon pearl. So, heart piece in the first chest here in the Dark Maze. Of course, without a hammer, we can't really... we can't complete pod if we wanted to. Oh, there's an ice rod, I think that was.
That is definitely an ice rod.
And a compass. I think that might mean that Helmason has an item. I'm actually not sure if you found the map.
If I'm counting my items correctly, maybe. I don't know. I wasn't paying attention to the items there, but
yeah. Also, chat correctly pointing out with the flute now, if Quake is the entrance medallion, Mire could be clearable.
yeah.
Depending on where the items are and if we have to do the firelock side. If we don't have to do the firelock side, then yeah, Cannon Samaria and Hookshot will give us the access we need.
Yeah, now Espion has the duck. He's now able to do some fast travel. Already picking up that blue mail.
That's up to go to the Dark Gold first, though. Not sure. Old Skull was checked.
Can you dig it on Ether? That is a shovel.
Yeah, that's shovel. That means it's a loaded item. We may or may not need that. It's very unlikely that we'll need it, but could be. So we're gonna have Child of Hera here. Marty will also find out very soon that this is Firelock. And get that great hint with the great item there.
And yep, that 10 bomb pack, which is the same one used for the bomb escape routes for the Uncle that you get in standard mode, is what's keeping Tower Hero Firelock. So
yeah, that bomb pack only exists in the item pull-in randomizer. That has been specifically added as a weapon you can get in standard mode.
So with that hookshot in hand,
yeah, with hookshot, mitts, and moon pearl, Marty is gonna say, you know what? I'm gonna do deathmatch. So, there might be a lot of stuff here in both Paradox Cave, Spiral Cave, Hookshot Cave, and Super Bunny Cave.
Yeah, so far Parax Cave not coming up as a whole lot of stuff here, but with that hook shot, that sequence break is gonna probably hopefully pay off for him. Hopefully, there's boots.
What are those?
A dead me. Okay. Anyway,
So with the boots, we can access the rest of the desert.
yep.
I don't think we've seen a single item in desert yet, so that's 2 items in the red crystal that we can get here. And we also are not going to have to do the walk of shame in the spiral cave. It's also very pleasant.
Yeah, it's always nice to have the spiral going through, and looks like Espeon's opted to check the pad.
I mean, Casimir is already there, and might as well. I guess.
It makes sense. This is a good logical play to make. It can either on the spiral cave. So this could possibly eliminate a possibility, or we got to do all dungeons. Time for a change of clothes. That is red mail.
Yeah, that's a mail upgrade.
So unless you really want red mail, clear those panic dungeons.
Yeah, the master clothes. And we're gonna see a mire area check here from Espeon's side. See what medallion is gonna be required while Marty is checking the super cave. I think that was Ether.
That is correct. It is Ether. So if he wants to go into that area, if he wants to check, if he wants to go into Misery Mire, he has to go into the Spiral Cave.
Oh, hello there. Hammer
Bingo.
in the Mire Shed. So Mire area, the play to make here for our runners. Of course, they have to pick up the flute first. Yamachu activating their flute. And Rudolph finds the boots. Gonna be happy about that.
Marty making their hookshot cave checks. And there's another sword.
There's the 4th sword. We know where all the swords are. Now
Wait, this isn't 4 swords. This isn't the GBA remake. The GBA part, rather. There's no type of 4 swords.
Bombo's Fort Villa Rock.
Interesting. What?
I wonder if any of the runners are opt to pick up that sword in Swamp Palace if we're closer to go mode, which we're reasonably. We need the fire rod and the lamp, and then we're pretty much good to go, actually.
Yeah, now Marty doing the pink steel, doing the game 10 hours out of it.
So, Gamma Chu. Now with hammer, hookshot, mirror, flippers, probably gonna do the swamp play. That's 6 items and a crystal.
And we pick up the green goo from Bunkrucks.
This is actually a really good play, I feel, from Yamachu. Yamachu knows there is at least a sword upgrade, which, you know, is useful, and a unique item in the left side. So knows, okay, I can go to left side, grab those 2 items, and get rewarded for it, at least with the tempered, even if the item doesn't pay out. I have tempered sword, which is, you know, still decent to have. And of course, there's 4 more items otherwise that could be useful.
Very true.
So I really like this play here from Gamachu. Both Marty and Espion are in Thieves Town now. Marty still doesn't have hammer though. Well, there's the big key. That's also somewhat comfy. Don't have to worry about carrying the big key around. Can just open up the big chest on the way.
Yeah, that's really convenient for that location.
That also means if Gamachu finds most of the items like early on, like in the big chest and like the chest south of the big chest, and like say the flooded room, knows that doesn't have to worry about opening any other chests other than that. Just keeping with the item count. So now's the moment of truth. All of the runners abandoned this chest. So lucky for them, it's gotta be like in the back of their head, I'm sure. Like worrying about what is in that blasting chest. But luckily for them, it's not progression, so...
It seems like Marty's opting to do catfish.
Yeah, so that's one of the 6 items that we are going to find here in Swamp Palace. And Gamachu, knowing there is a sword and there is a sword and a unique item here in the left side of Swamp, it's gonna straight up go to the left side. Clear that out.
Makes plenty of sense. And only a red boomerang off of the catfish.
Lag meringue. And Marty spurns it. So we're gonna see what that unique item is in that we got the hint for. Luckily, we do have the hookshot, so we can just hookshot over it and have to come back up this way. Alright, there's that sword. So the vanilla big key location, we're gonna have the unique item, whatever that is.
That's a lamp. Oh!
Gamachu not happy about that. That said, that lamp opens up the back of Desert Palace. It opens up Tower of Hera, and I mean, logically speaking, it opens up a whole lot more. But yeah, also Meyer, the left side of Meyer can be accessed now. So a whole lot of things thanks to having a fire source that we can now access.
So there's that map of the big chest.
Yeah. They have Gamachu now with Tempered Sword.
Already now going over to the pod area, gonna begin that flip soon.
Yeah, that will make the Argus fight a lot easier as well. I think Tempered Sword is what you need to do the Zero Cycle if you're good enough. So the flooded chests. Well, another unique item, and that means one item has to be an Argus or the upcoming flooded chest. And Espion coming up here with the Master Sword means that they can pick up the shovel. Compass, that means that the last item is going to be an Argus, indeed.
Mm-hmm. Espion going to be getting the information that Pharaoh's Firelot.
Yeah, Espion is going to be the first person who will... Oh, no, I thought...
Gamachu would be.
Yeah, Gamachu would be. I brain farted. It's late here. Forgive me.
Oh.
Yeah, it's 12:30 AM here. Alright, so we're gonna see... Not the poke strats, but good enough. Almost got the Seer Cycle there, just one puff away. And pulls up the Ice Rod, deals as much damage to Argus as the Fire Rod, and you can spam it a lot. So gets the one cycle there.
Oh, Fire Rod!
Well, what a hot and spicy Swamp Palace today, eh?
Oh. No.
Because we got 3 fire-related items. We got a Tempered Sword, we got a Lamp, and we got a Fire Rod.
I mean, that makes more sense.
I mean, only if we had Bombos would it be spicier. Then it would be like so high up the Scoville scale. And with that, Gamachu is also almost in go mode, I think. Oh yeah, it has to pick up the boots first. That's right.
Yeah.
It has to go to Death Mountain first.
Yeah, but he's almost in go mode. We'll say that. But this will be interesting. It's gonna be if he can make it there to make it to Death Mountain within like 3 minutes. Right? That's not likely, but that would have been a sub-hour go mode if you decided to boot over to 1. But instead, he's going to be clearing Skull Woods.
I mean, it's a crystal dungeon, decently fast dungeon, so makes a lot of sense. Obviously, Gamachu does not know that the boots are in, I think it was in Paradox Cave.
It was in Paradox Cave, yes.
And Espion is going to be picking those up soon. I imagine that Gamachu is actually going to go up Death Mountain after clearing Skullwoods here. Because that is like just, you know, the highest item density. I don't think Gamachu even was up Death Mountain yet.
Yeah.
So has all these checks, has Tower of Hera as a crystal dungeon, and like compared to the other options, that's the play to make, really. Rudolph finding the flute here. So yeah, depending on if Espion goes to Swamp Palace first, or Gamachu goes to Death Mountain first, both of those runners are going to be very close together.
So the Silk Mafia fight.
Yeah, that was clean. It's crystal number 4. So luckily for our runners, other than a pod dip for flute, we didn't have to go into any pendant dungeons. And like a pod dip isn't too bad. So
yeah. So since we already know this, the pet would have already been dead already. But since Espion had checked it and it was, of course, red mail, yeah, it was already general consensus.
I imagine Gamachu is going to check the pedestal though, because here, yeah.
Yeah, this makes sense for Gamachu to check it right now. So he's going to find out it's red mail.
Well, for Gamachu, it's still blue mail. Since they don't know that the red mail is or the blue mail is up on the Spec Rock.
Yeah, of course.
But Yamachu's making the Ice Palace play. Huh. I guess Yamachu's logic here is, okay, I can clear these pendant dungeons, the crystal dungeons, I mean. So, I guess that's... Oh, there's the boots hint. Yeah, so one guaranteed boots hint proceed. It might outright tell you where it is, or it might be vague, like a unique item is somewhere. And since we know that the only unique item in Paradox Cave is the boots, that is the boots hint. I hope that after clearing Ice Palace, Yamachu takes that and says, "Okay, I'm gonna do Paradox Cave now."
Yeah, that would make a lot. That would make a huge sense. That would put him in go mode. Wait.
Looks like Espeon is opting to carry those boots into Desert Palace. Will not be able to clear the back part without Fire Source, though. And we do know where both of those are.
Yeah, I was looking for the bomb jump. Good work.
First try. That bomb jump is not easy. I tried practicing a bit in one seed, and it was a real pain. So, if you want to like be somewhat competitive in randomizer races, you definitely will want to learn that.
Or if you're playing NMG or no major glitches, then it's pretty much a prerequisite.
Yeah, first. Oh well, there's the Bombers medallion. Let's hope that that doesn't lead Espeon the wrong way towards Turtle Rock or Ice Palace.
Well, at this point, it's not required, but they might want to consider. I don't know, but not consider, but if they can get Silver Hills, this will make the game a lot more easier for them.
Yeah, so the big chest in Desert had a map, which means that the Lamolas will have an item as well. And looks like Espeon is making the right play into Swamp here. Good. Good.
Well, Gamachu looks did some good hits on Pulse pretty early, and
yeah,
a really clean Pulse fight.
Yeah, got them into the corner and gets the mushroom. Oh, looks like Gamachu already preparing to do the witch check right after this, emptying a bottle of that bee.
I like how the bee is messing with the crystal.
Yeah, I guess Gamma is gonna say, okay, which mushroom check isn't too slow? May as well do that really quick, and then and also stock up on potions on the way, and then probably we'll go up that mountain.
Only a single rupee, but you will be grabbing that blue potion.
Yeah. Gives the Witch's Apprentice a little whack with the sword. As thanks for that one single rupee. Yeah, so Gamachu, of course, has not been up here yet, and did get a hint that there is a unique item in the Paradox Cave, but and that we know that is the boots. And Marty gets their hammer finally. What do you think? Is Espion gonna do Argus first and skip out on getting tempered and the lamp, or is Espion gonna not gamble on that unique item being something required?
I don't know. I would prefer to have it come and fight Argus first. I believe, as I'm looking at my items right now, I believe most of the runners are in go mode. I would like to believe that, unless Gamachu is going to be the one getting go mode first. Or no, wait, yeah. I forgot their fire rod's still there, but Gamachu will be the first one getting go mode.
Yeah, Espion will have to defeat Argus for it first, and but he's doing left side for the lamp and temperature beforehand. So Gamachu is going to be in go mode in just a second here.
Yeah, at 1 hour, 6 minutes, and 43 seconds, Gamachu is now in go mode.
Might still opt to open up chests that are on the way in the hopes to find the silvers.
Yeah, it makes sense.
And is gonna do desert first. That's
Curiously, Rudolph's in Misery Mire.
Oh, Rudolph's looking for that fire rod and lamp, I think. Alrighty, so Gamachu in Desert Palace will route it so that their routing is basically climbing up that mountain, going to GT, mirroring in front of GT, clearing Calhera, and then coming back.
Yep, it's the quickest of the bunch, meaning that well, we're gonna play a game a little once we get into Moldorm, but I won't say what it is until we actually get that point.
Yeah, it's go moding. Doesn't even pick up that that chest in the cannonball room. I mean, we know it's nothing anyway, but so Espion got their tempered and lamp, and we'll get their fire rod soon. We'll be in go mode then. At that point.
Now, I believe we did get a hint about the Firelock portion of Misery Mire, too.
Did we? I don't think we did.
I saw a Firelock Misery Mire hint, but seeing that Rudolph's going through it now, probably went through that area. I probably missed it, but...
Huh. I thought we only got the left side one hint.
There was another hint, I believe it was in Ice Palace. I don't remember specifically.
Yeah. And Marty also opting to do left side. Of course, with that hint, knows some okay unique item that could be my fire rod or whatnot. And silver arrows on Lammolas. Convenient. We don't have to go looking for them. That means all of the runners are going to have silvers regardless of their swords. And Marty getting their tempered sword, will be getting their lamp soon. And then head over to Argus to get the fire rod and beat Go mode. Espeon has been in Go mode after killing Argus here. So
Yep.
can just Go mode through the remaining pendant dungeons. Crystal dungeons.
Yeah, but I was gonna say though, the silver arrows on Lammo, very convenient, especially when you're Go moding and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm also pretty sure that even if they didn't find silver arrows, I'm pretty sure they're fine doing silver scanning.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Gamachu doesn't even like look at those chests anymore. It has everything that they need. Like there is nothing that they could pick up that would like make it easier, because we know that the fourth sword is Internal Rock. At most, they will pick up the blue mail here if they see it, but even that is, you know, they haven't even seen that, so.
Yeah, right here, this would technically be NMG, so.
Yeah.
And the good news for Gamma is that he doesn't have to. He never went into Harrow to begin with, so he's pretty much Go moding this late.
It's a shame that they don't pick up the hint there. I know why they're not, but it would be really funny. That's probably by far my most favorite combination of hint and item I've ever seen.
There are plenty of funny hints that show the obvious right there.
Yeah, but the joke hint saying, "Wouldn't you like to have some more bombs?" At the chest right behind it having more bombs, so good.
I never thought I would see the day where a joke hint would actually lead to something good.
I mean, good in quotation marks, perhaps, but at least it's true, you know.
Now, if only the spring ball hint was actually there was a spring ball behind Ridley, actually there. Because if I'm not mistaken, doesn't Death Mountain take you over to Norfair in SMC3?
I do not know. I haven't played Super Metroid in like 15 years, and I never did the SMC3 rando either. So.
I was just curious.
And Espeon clearing Cold Stare here in a pretty good fight. Marty picking up some potions.
Yeah, I'm gonna enter the Mulder and fight.
Indeed. After this, we're gonna have 7 crystals. And since you were so eager talking about it, why don't you tell us what's gonna happen here in a few seconds?
Well, I'm glad you asked, Red. Inside Gaines Tower, there are 22 locations in the front where that big key could possibly be. It could be in any room, in any part. It could be in the Brando room, it could be in the Dark Magician room, or if you're masochistic enough, you can even put it into tile. My guess, though, is going to be the same way I always do, and that's Rando room with the exact location being 11, assuming that they go Hope room first, and then left side. But everyone else put your guesses in chat. What do you think that is?
Yeah, of course, since this is daily, we're not going to use the bot. And at 1 hour, 15 minutes, and 7 seconds, Gamma, the first to enter Ganon's tower here. Man, this has been a jet seat.
Very jet. There's a can of burnout in the first chest and a map in the second.
Yeah, that
Go
means
on left side.
we're gonna go left side. Can of burnout, of course, also at least somewhat useful for our runners.
Number 3 is 300 rupees. Number 4 is half magic. Nice to grab. No, wait, that was 4 and 5. Number 6 was a key, and number 7 is a key. Now on to number 8. Some bombs. And about number 9.
Marty now also going through desert first.
Some bombs.
Coming up would be 10 through 13.
Rudolph now entering the fights here. Number 10 is a parts piece, part container, arrows, single arrow, and a cape.
Unique item.
Mm-hmm. And Rudolph has now entered Go mode. Doing his favorite little trick using the boomerang while he's grabbing the crystal. About number 12, I would imagine. Or no, wait, that's 13. No, 14, right. I'm getting my numbers all confused. Now on to the Ice Armos fight. Quick fight, number 15, 16, and 17. Key, big key, number 16, and a mirror shield to cap it all up.
Lag shield, and
Ignia is the one who let it right on the nose.
that was chest number 16?
I believe that was number 16. Yeah, that would be number 16.
Yeah.
But for Ignia, you get a whole bunch of random seats. Just go on ALTTPR and ALTTPR.com and bury all the seats you want. So there you go. Rudolph now going into the Skull Woods.
Already taking out Desert Palace. We'll be going on to Ice Palace next. Meanwhile, Espeon going to Talavera will be their last crystal.
You know, it's always nice to have your Hera as your last crystal.
Oh, yes.
Gamachu now entering the gauntlet.
uses the fire rod here. Of course, with half magic, you know, may as well have a bit of a more liberal use here of various weaponry.
Yeah, this makes the fire rod even more powerful, especially with because you pretty much get rid of the downside of having quite a heavy use of magic in favor of having quite a lot of magic.
That Stalfos just trolled Gamachu there.
Yeah, we're up into that gauntlet as now Gamachu enters the Lambo 2 fight. Some single arrows to clear them down.
Gamachu is on track to do sub 130.
Yeah, he's got 9 minutes to make that happen. Pulling out the cane of Samaria to do probably the most satisfying room in the game.
I don't know, the second one, if you get it down, is even better, I feel.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, the second room is really nice. If you're a master at it, then like this.
Yeah, this is probably one of the spiffiest rooms. Although I do want to say, like, the Misery Mire wizard room, the first room after the entrance tunnel, if you get that down, I've seen some runners do, like, really fancy strats with fire rod and stuff, or the sword beam, and that's, like, really cool, too.
Oh yeah, that sounds awesome. So far, so good for Gamachu. Just gotta be careful not to despawn the rest of Ganon's tower.
And funnily enough, as Espeon is going to be having cleared out Moldorm probably, unless they take a fall, Gamma will enter Moldorm too. So Moldorm, yeah, Moldorm goes down here for Espeon. Gamma takes the refills, and then we'll go into Moldorm 2, just as Espeon picks up the crystal. So, back-to-back worms. Isn't that fun?
Yep. Gamachu clearing Moldorm 2. Picking out 3 bombs from the treasure.
Yeah. Yes, this Moldorm 2 was Demolitionist.
Yes.
And we are on to Aghanim 2, just as Espeon enters Ganon's Tower, so...
So, Gamachu is pretty much a full Ganon's Tower ahead, but... Oh, this is a good setup.
Oh, yeah.
Almost a double, almost a triple, but got the double there.
Yeah, this is, however, is not a good setup. Gets one hit in there. Sadly, Blue Ball, otherwise would have gotten 2. Wow. Aghanim, what are you doing with those patterns? Wow. But we get him down.
I'm down at 2-1-1-2. Espeon going left side, it looks like.
I mean, it has to go left side.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, the Hope Room did not have a small key, so unless Espeon pulls out the mirror and does Dark Magician or Pig Magician strats.
Yeah, that would be quite a nightmare. But Ganon's now in the sights for Gamachu. Talk about some bugs. I like the setup. I really like the setup.
Oh yeah, having Ganon in the bottom there is very very nice because you can just wail away at him. Of course, with Half Magic, why not use the cake, right?
Of course, yeah.
And we're already on to phase 3. That was really quick.
Yeah, he's on pace for sub 130 here. Very nice phase 3. And we got those arrows in Desert Palace, definitely.
Yeah.
Not going to be setting up the torch glitch, but it's alright.
We do need those arrows.
Oh, nice doubles for Gamachu.
That was very, very nice. Gamachu finishes up here. Get your GGs in chat. And once they cross the ridge, Finishing
Nice.
in second place with an official SRL time of 1 hour 25 minutes straight. And
Sion taking the victory in the overall race of a time of 1:24:48.
So just 12 seconds ahead of Gamma here.
That was an excellent 130. Definitely a jet scene in his own right.
Yeah. Yeah, we did not have to go into Misery Mire or Turtle Rock as Pendant Dungeons, despite that early King of Samaria. So that was pretty nice.
Definitely.
Hitzion asking where the tempered was. We found one sword in Checkerboard Cave, one sword in Left Side Swamp, and I forgot where the first one was pretty early on. I think it was in Front of Escape, I want to say?
It was in Front of Escape, yes.
Yeah, okay. So Front of Escape had the third sword. And we know a fourth sword was in TR. So Espion going up the gauntlet. Buying cheap drugs from the witch. Yeah, that's right. 1 rupee. Very great. Thanks.
Yes.
It looks like Gamma is going to be joining us here very shortly for a little chat. Hello there, Gamma Chew. GG's.
Hello.
Hey, GG, thank you.
That was really close with the first finisher there, 12 seconds.
Yeah, just by a few seconds. But you know what? I'm happy with that, considering... Was I the last one to last locate Moon Pearl or enter Dark World?
I don't recall, actually.
I don't believe so, but I could be mistaken.
Yeah.
I don't like going to Eastern Palace so early in the Light World. I thought, it's going to be probably unnecessary double dip, so I'm not going to bother going. Only to find my Moon Pearl there.
Yeah, this was a pretty cool seat, though. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it was kind of friendly overall.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
I mean, the only thing I really needed from Death Mountain was that boot.
Yeah.
I thought I was going to be able to go mode without even touching Death Mountain. But then the first 10 in Ice Palace said, unique item and Paradox Cave. And I thought, okay, maybe that's boots. I was going to full clear Ice Palace, but, I just said, I'll just, get the items along the way, any chest I passed by.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I still had all of Death Mountain, so I'm sure something up there had to have, my boots.
Yeah, 2 things you missed out on Death Mountain. The blue mail was on top of Spectral Rock. Could have nabbed that before going to GP. And,
okay.
Yeah. And what's even more, what's funnier is that you didn't read the hint in the lobby of Hera, right?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, right. So there was a joke hint saying, I bet you would like more bombs, right? And then that chest behind it had those 10 bombs.
Yeah.
I just really like that hint.
Thanks,
Oh, lovely. Yeah, thank you, game.
But yeah, speaking of hints, that Swamp Palace hint actually was pretty useful. Like, in the end, that Tempered Sword and that lamp weren't exactly required, but were nice to have. And did get you to the correct route of picking up the Fire Rod in Argus.
Yeah, that was like really nice timing right there.
Yeah, you were the first to enter Swamp Palace as well, so...
I take it everybody went to Death Mountain immediately after probably grabbing or having mitts.
Actually, I think most of them put it off until they had the flute at least. So,
okay.
Yeah, but, you know.
Yeah, that Hammer and Meyer shit was pretty nice.
That was
to Swamp Palace early before Death Mountain.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I really thought boots were gonna be left side swamp too from that hint.
Mm-hmm.
Only to get that lamp.
I do have a question though. Since you went to Ice Palace before Death Mountain, do you just not like doing Death Mountain?
No, I'm sorry. What was the question?
Do you just not like doing Death Mountain because
Yeah, I do, but I just wanted to see if maybe I could
go mode
hit go mode before even touching Death Mountain.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, I've only had one seed like that. It's very rare, but it's just too many items up there for it to even not have your progression.
Yeah, there's like combined it's like 15 items I think, not counting the dungeons.
Yeah, it's way too much.
Yeah. So yeah. But hey, I mean, it was just one item in the end that was up there, so
I was a bit worried. Did anybody end up doing Thieves Town Wiz Hammer? Because I left one item behind there on Big Chest.
Yes, one person then ended up doing it with Hammer. It was I think a big 20, I want to say. So the people who did do the Thieves Town without the Hammer did not miss out on anything. Luckily. I was imagining that like I think only Espeon went into Thieves Town after getting the Hammer, while everybody else did Thieves Town before and cleared it outside of the big chest. And I was thinking, okay, so the runners are probably gonna have it in the back of their heads, like, oh no, I abandoned this one item that's pretty deep in the dungeon. I hope that's nothing good. And luckily,
luckily it was nothing important.
Yeah. Also, talk about Saha holding on to the goods, like both gloves right there.
Yeah, both gloves. What was that? Yeah, once I got those two gloves, I don't know if you noticed, but I was kind of like pausing a bit, or kind of like thinking, oh, do I go to Eastern Palace or just go to Back of Escape? Yeah,
at first I thought you were gonna talk to Sahasala and ask where the green pendant is, but then you doubled back and.
Yeah, I did consider it, but those two gloves, I'm like, okay, I still had Sick Kit too from getting the bottle over there in Desert Ledge, and I just I ended up making the wrong choice. Of course, Eastern Palace had my Moon Pearl.
Mm-hmm. And Ganon goes down here for Espeon, so they will be finishing up here in just a second. GG's for taking second on the restream.
And he finishes 9th overall with a time of 3:26.
Yeah,
I was getting a little bit of update in terms of the other placement.
Yeah, that's they're all clustered together like within 5 minutes here. So after Gamatu, Rana Watcher finished in 3rd place, Obscure Lifer in 4th, Unosaru in 5th, Cassidy Moen in 6th. Soda Stone in 7th, and P-Train 24 in 8th place. And Humbug just finished up here as well in 10th place. So GG's to all of you.
And as well as LT Gray in 11th with a time of 1:34.26.
That's still in the future for us. So GG's to all of the runners, of course. Let's see here.
Yeah, I would like to say this was a pretty friendly seat overall. Once you got the flute right there, pretty much smooth sailing from there. Get the hammer, fire rod, and boots up the mountain.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say like the only sort of trolley item was maybe the flute, because it was like in pod, but doesn't really Pen and Pod is never a bad dip, I would say, and otherwise, like the only things that could have happened is you getting as a runner, that is, getting thrown off by like getting Ether and Kane of Samaria and like then going to Mire or something.
Oh gosh, no, that would be mean.
Yeah, like one of the runners actually did dip into Mire. Luckily, without the fire rod, was locked out pretty fast. But
where was the Ether medallion?
Damn, where was that Ether medallion?
Probably somewhere up in Death Mountain.
Yeah. It wasn't Spiral. Yeah, it wasn't Spiral Cave. That's right.
Yeah, it's Spiral Cave.
Ah.
Yeah. Thank you for jogging my memory on that one. But yeah, like also the silvers from La Molas, and like everybody went to Left Side Swamps. Everybody got their tempered sword, and Checkerport Cave was also like a quick check. And so yeah, was a very, very generous seat, I would say. No wonder that like the first 10 are finishing in like 1 hour 30.
And the silvers too, the drop from Landmost, that was a pretty nice bonus.
Yeah, it was like Ganon asking, "Did you find the silvers?" And then it's like, "Of course, you had to."
Yeah,
of course.
I just figured it was gonna be somewhere up in Death Mountain.
Yeah. Luckily, Silva's making it a lot easier. Both the Ice Armors, the Lamolas too, and first Ganon as well. Speaking of that, Rudolph now in GT, while Marty is on the way to Aghanim 2, so we'll be finishing off here very soon as well. Marty probably going to be finishing in sub 140, I imagine, and Rudolph 145, probably. Ooh. Yeah, those Aga patterns were pretty rough today. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Like the first one was good, but the others are all really obnoxious.
I mean, I'm no expert at Aga 2 because I probably should learn that myself. But yeah, I could tell that those were really rough after the first pattern.
Mm-hmm. And Marty taking down Aghanim 2, and we'll be going into Ganon here. While Rudolph is taking out the Ice Armors, we'll be finding their big key very shortly. And oh yeah, how did you like Gamma? How did you like that lag shield being there in the same room?
Oh, I'm sorry about that. What was that?
How did you like the mirror shield, the lag shield, being in the same room as the big key?
Oh, well, it's I guess a nice little addition for Pikachu there. It matches his color.
Mm-hmm. Very important to be color coordinated. Yeah, I guess so. If you had picked up that blue mill, your Pikachu would have had a blue tint, and then it wouldn't have worked anymore.
I was kind of hoping for something too, like maybe the armor, something to make Ganon a little easier. Mm-hmm. I mean, it was already easy enough. I had tempered silvers.
Yeah.
And 2 blue potions, just in case.
Half magic too.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there was half magic as well.
Yeah, GT had like all the safeties, like getting an extra shield, getting the cape and the Cane of Burna. I think both were in GT.
Yeah, there were so many unique items in there.
Yeah, the single arrow too is also unique.
Yeah, the very important single arrow.
Yeah, it's the most important. And Marty takes down Ganon, finishes here in 18th place with an official SRL time of 1 hour 39 minutes and 42 seconds. GG's. Between El Tigre, I think, was the last one we read out, and Marty, we have Joel Ninja in 12th, Paradox 64 in 13th, Raylan Tankier in 14th, Adirondack Rick. Man, I hate hating that. I hate saying that name. In 15th, Kynep in 16th, and HXZ Jetters in 17th. So GG's to those runners as well.
And if I may add, Raylan did get a PB by 2 minutes and 18 seconds, as well as cut up with just under 15 minutes. Congratulations to those two.
Yeah. GG's and congrats to getting your race PBs at least upgraded. So yeah, almost 15 minutes PB better. It's pretty good. And Rudolph taking down Lanmo 2, so we'll be going up the last few rooms here of GP.
Alrighty, well, I think I'm gonna be getting on out of here. Thank you all for having me on Restream. I really appreciate that, and thank you to the trackers as well, doing such a good job.
Yeah, thank you for joining us on the Restream and here in Discord. Of course, don't forget to follow our runners here, Marty, Gamachu, Rudolph Farnhead, and Espion, for putting on a really nice show for us today. And take care, Gamma.
Yeah, thank you. GG's.
GG's. And of course, as Gamachu said, take the opportunity here. Thank you to our trackers, Axis of Anarchy and Dimensive, for keeping us informed about the progress of our runners here on the Restream. Both, of course, with the tracker and in chat. And while we're looking at Rudolph going through the remainder of Gannett Tower, I may as well, let's see here. There's a lot of stuff coming up here on Speed Gaming this Sunday evening. So starting basically right now, in a minute. You probably will have time to finish watching this and then head over there. Is on Speed Gaming 2, like right now, Castlevania Area of Sorrow randomizer race. I've seen the Area of Sorrow randomizer. It's actually really cool. So I recommend checking that out. And at 8 p.m. on Speed Gaming 3, we have the New Super Mario Bros. DS tournament going on.
And I want to take this one. I've seen this before. It's awesome. On Speed Gaming 1, literally on this channel, at 8 p.m. we have the Final Fantasy 1 Randomizer Spring Tournament going on, and that'll be a fun one.
Mm-hmm.
I watched it before, and I absolutely love it.
And at 10 p.m. we have 2 randos starting as well. We have a Mega Man 2 Randomizer Showcase race over on Speed Gaming 3. I think that's the final, like the finalists or something. And Zelda 1, the weekly, over on Speed Gaming 2, both at 10 p.m. Eastern. That said, we have Espion joining us here for a little chat. GG's Espion. Welcome.
Yeah, thanks.
So, this was actually a pretty cool seed, I would say, wasn't it? Like, very fast.
The early game was garbage.
Well, yeah, I guess.
Like Dark World. I did everything wrong in early game. So the first thing I was kicking myself over was the rupees in Waterfall Cave, because I wasted a bunch of time trying to get money trying to get like an extra 50 for Zora, and there was money right there. Then I felt behind, so I went to Desert and got nothing. I went to and there was a bottle, so I gambled the bottle and it was nothing. And then I went to Sahasrahal, I got the mitts, and it was like, okay, so I went to Back of Escape. and I got nothing there, so I had to go back to Eastern. So at that point, I was pretty tilted.
Hmm.
And then I guess I felt better with Flute and Pod, although really I was actually very worried because Flute goes to Meyer, Ice Rod goes to T-Rock. I don't want to do either of those. Then I got Hammer, and I was like, okay, this feels better. It wasn't exactly the most gambly thing to do, but it was a confidence booster, kind of. And then from there, it was just kind of clearing stuff.
Mhm.
I was thinking about doing Swamp before Mountain, which would have probably gotten like 3rd or 4th instead of 9th.
Yeah, I mean, still the between 1st and 10th was like 5 minutes. So even doing Death Mountain first, you still finished like very close to the first finish as well. So
Yeah. Also, I did Left Side Swamp, which was dumb. I shouldn't have done that.
I mean, there was a hint saying that there was a unique item in that swamp, and it netted you the Tempered Sword. So
I don't need Tempered Sword's nice, but it was not worth Left Side Swamp. At that point, I didn't have any Dark Rooms left to do, I think. So
Yeah.
the lamp was what lamp really did was it made me scared of Hera.
If I may cut in, we do have an update. Rudolph has finished in 26th place of a time of 146.26. GG's to him.
GG's, Brutal Fahrenheit.
And a bit of an update too. We also have Nakanashi and wait, let me check this. We had Hohenheim, and I think that's how you say it, in 19th place of a time of 140.41. Edium in 20th place of a time of 141.49. Naganashi in 21st of a time of 143.48. He's Just a Boy in 22nd place of a time of 144.15. Ravis 10 in 23rd place of a time of 144.54. I am Alston, that's a great name, in 24th place of a time of 145.2 and with a PB of just by taking him down by 29 minutes and 38 seconds. Boltman Sunshine in 25th place of a time of 145.54. And then following Rudolph, we have Durand in 27th place of a time of 146.45. Bifor in 28th place of a time of 147.13. And Osmati Games in 29th place of a time of 147.23.
Right. So I don't think you went into Hera early, right?
Yeah, I just went in and got the key in the first floor chest and then left because I didn't have a fire source.
Oh, you did. You did go into Town of Hera early. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I really like that combination of the lobby hand and the lobby chest.
My execution in the second half of the seed, or I guess like after go mode especially, was really bad. I messed up Land Mollis a ton both times. That was really stupid. I almost got wall mastered in the Mothula hole. Hang on a second.
No problems.
Alright, yeah, as I was saying, I fell in the Mothula hole and the Wallmaster dropped down, which was terrifying, because that can softlock your game if it's on the wrong frame. If it's on the wrong frame, you get a softlock, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So that was silly. GT was not great. I think it was just like, wow, I can't believe I wasted so much time on Left Side Swamp and Death Mountain when I really should have just gone to Swamp and done it.
Yeah. I mean, with the high item density on Death Mountain, it does make sense to go there and before doing Swamp. But Of course, like in hindsight, Swamp was the play to make. So
I mean, I can justify it. Like, Swamp's a crystal. I wouldn't be able to clear Hera if Big Q was in the basement.
Mhm.
I probably couldn't go into T-Rock. It's not like I wanted to, but sometimes you have to. And I only had one medallion at the time, and Swamp Palace
Yeah.
was full clearable, and there was no downside to doing it.
Yeah. Yeah, especially considering like Pendant of Rock often has an item that you need. But luckily this seat, Mire and Turtle Rock both were completely optional, and Pendant Pod, like it's not a dip that's like particularly bad. So
Yeah, it was fairly good, all things considered, except for the beginning with the progression just clustered in Eastern area.
yeah. We were we're like, wow, it's a pretty stingy seed early on, and but yeah. Right. So thank you, Espion, for joining us. Oh, we're gonna have Rudolph join us. I thought they didn't wanna. Sure. Right.
Alright,
So go
I
ahead.
actually have to run now, so I will. So thank you for commentating and tracking.
Right. Thank you for running both in the race and on the restream. Make sure to follow Espion
Mm-hmm.
With many numbers.
with many numbers. Yeah, 65536.
It's 2 to the power of 16 because this is a 16-bit game.
Right.
All right.
Oh,
Nice.
math nerds.
Yeah. All right. See you later.
Take care.
While we're getting Rudolph in, I might as well look ahead. We don't have them scheduled just yet, but coming up into the new month at 11 p.m. we have the Star Wars Episode 1 Racer Galactic Pod Circuit. We also have 12. We have the Kirby Nightmare and Dreamland 80% tournament. Portal 2 on 2 p.m. at the Portal 2 Inbounds No S tournament. Don't know what SLA means, but I'm curious. And at 7 p.m. we also have the Link's Awakening Worthless tournament. And at 9 p.m. we also have the SMC3 community race.
Yeah, the SMC3 Super Metroid Link to the Past Combo Rando is really, really cool. So if you're still up by then, I heavily recommend checking that out. It's really fun to watch. It's also a bit of an endurance race because it's so long, mostly. Right, so looks like due to technical difficulties, we can't have Rudolph join in. That said, GG's to Rudolph. Thank you for being on the restream. And yeah, I think we've said pretty much everything that could be said here. Thanks again to our trackers, Dimensive and Axis of Anarchy. What a tongue twister.
Yeah.
And thanks to of course, to the Speak Gaming Network for hosting this, and to our racers. And thank you, Professor Renderer, for cool commentary.
Okay, now if you'll excuse me, I'm heading back to Mario Maker 2. Because I want to see how good my level is. Course, sorry, not level, course.
Right. So that's it from us for today. If you want more Link to the Past Randomizer dailies, tomorrow 2 p.m. should be on the restream. They'll of course not for sure, but probably. So check the schedule tomorrow. And with that said, bye.
Take care, everybody.